All right, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Watching Game Day. They're doing a feature on 100 Years of Tiger Stadium as we crank it up, man. Ooh, starting to feel good, y'all. LSU, Alabama, Game Day is what we live for, y'all. Tell you what, man. Everything on the line today. So good. Oh, there's Hester. Love it, man. So good, so good, so good. Let's go, man. What a cool feature. Of course, I running late getting here this morning, and then Drew decided to sleep in, so I was like, I'll just not get up. But anyway, all right, y'all. Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Saturday Game Day edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. Parish Construction and Roofing, need an orthopedic, go to Brock, and need a roof, call Parish. Unique Physique, uniquephysique.com, Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com. Is this Saban? Wait, hang on. Saban's talking about Tiger Stadium. McAfee just made Saban roar. So stupid. Oh, BK's coming up. All right. Of course, now I come on here live right as Brian Kelly's about to start on Game Day. Anyway, I don't think any of y'all should be watching me right now, man. We should all be watching Game Day. Good morning, everybody. Brennan Huff, good morning. Christian, Jason, good morning, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Some person. What happened to 100.3? Yeah, man. So they sold the station. The owner sold the station, so the new ownership group flipped the format. So we're working on a new affiliate. All right, let's listen to BK real quick. All right, we'll listen to BK on Game Day. Have y'all seen the Bama is burning sign yet? So Alondra Villarreal went and had a giant Bama is burning sign with me in the Grim Reaper costume made. Your BK sneaker game strong, man. Look at my guy. BK rocking them sneaks. Man, he's got his Air Max 1s on. He's got purple. He's got Tiger Air Max 1s on. So good. I'm looking for the Bama is burning sign. Where's Alondra? So Alondra went and had a Bama is burning. I don't know. Did y'all see it? Hang on. I'll show you if you haven't seen it yet. So oh man, we gotta win today, y'all. We gotta win today. We gotta win today, y'all. It's non-negotiable today. Abner Neal, what's up? Matthew Saunier, what's up? Tech Phenom, Bubba, good morning. Jeremiah, Pat McAfee, ready. I can't believe they did neck. Well, I mean, I can't. It's McAfee, but like, you know what you're setting them up for when you do that. If you missed it early, I turned Game Day on probably around like 8:20, 8:30, so it had to be early in the show, maybe the very beginning of the show, and sure enough, it was loud. It was a loud STTDB on TV, but whatever. Hey, Merrick, what's going on? Omar, let's go. Dude, the vibes are good, man. It's game day. We're there. Yep, there we go. Bama's burning. Cold Case, what's up? Thomas, excellent day. Jingle Gate 13. I got you covered, man. Gary, good morning. Yeah, I got game day on right here. So BK's up on there right now. Let's see. Jeremy, good morning. On my way back to Tiger Stadium for the second time this year. Hope the outcome is the same as Ole Miss. Man, you picked two good ones to go to, man. Juan, what's up? Ah, golly. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Sorry to hear that, man. That's not an easy thing to do, man. Love our pets, and then that day comes for all of them, man. Sorry to hear that, Juan. You always have good memories though, man. I got my I don't know if y'all could see, but like, well, right here, those are my boxers. Uh their cremated ashes are up there, and then this is this is picture frame with both of them in there. So love our dogs, man. Patrick, did you catch McAfee? Someone sent me the video. All the Bev is burning, son. Oh man. First day watching anything sports related since 8 a.m. I hope it's a better day. It's gonna be a great day, man. Tigers at home. Man, Tigers at home. Night game, Bama. Vibes are gonna be immaculate. Crowd's gonna be loud. Uh, and as I've said many times over the past 10 months, man, it just ain't the same Bama, bro. Nick Saban's up here with a telestrator instead of coaching on the sideline. It's just ooh, here we go. Saban asking what they've done defensively to minimize Milroe. Hmm. Jeremiah, well, the Ben signs are out. You have Ben Herb Street. A bingo card. Come on. Morning in the quad. All right, let's go. Let's go. Live from the quad and game day. I don't know what's going on here with while the Facebook users aren't popping through. Why it's not showing me your names. Apologies for that. What was McAfee doing? I go Malky Buys. Man, this is like a 3-hour commercial for LSU, man. This is awesome. Malky championship. They got to shoot a baseball championship here in a second. Well, because they have Skeens too. Uh, all right. All right. All right. You know what, man? So what happens is we play that. If you're not out on campus yet, can you apply to get the copyright strike lifted for yesterday's AFR? Question mark. So whenever we play licensed music, for example, like I know what happens on Fridays. It's the right radio hour, so we do ask Ryan. Oh, it's Flage. So we do. Dude, this is all. Oh, it's the whole team. Flage's going one. That's not what I wanted. Ah, Darn it. Sorry. I know this is terrible. I'm sitting here watching Game Day. Y'all are watching me watch Game Day. It's almost like what streamers do, right? Whatever. What in the world? All right. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, so I just texted Paul O'Neill. So whenever we do Ask Ryan and we play Green Onions, the that when we do that, that gets a copyright strike, and so you can apply to have the show put back on. I don't know what's going on here. But it'll just mute. It'll just mute that part of the show. So, I just texted Paul O'Neill. Paul knows how to do it to like get it reinstated. So working on that. But anyway. All right. The Bama's burning side is great. Let's see. Jason, good morning. Tiger Diver, what are we betting today? All right. I need to go get the plays. Hang on. Here you go. All right. So here's the bets from Phil Steele. You know, Tiger Diver, you could just listen to AFR on Fridays with Phil Steele and get the bets. But I will oblige here. All right. All right. Georgia Tech plus 11. Georgia minus 2.5. Indiana minus 14. Iowa State minus 3. Clemson minus 6. Army, North Texas over 63. South Carolina minus 4.5. I don't agree with that, by the way. That's Phil's play. Tennessee minus 24. Notre Dame minus 26.5. Oklahoma minus 3. Washington, Penn State under 46.5. Utah plus 3.5. Utah State plus 20.5. And then the money line parlay is Ohio State, Texas, Penn State, Indiana. Got all that? Let's see. Carrie, not sure you got my message. So, well, I didn't, Carrie. I'm sorry, man. Oh man. My phone's blowing up with all the Bama's burning stuff. Okay. I'm gonna lock in a little here. Wendell, what's up? Brad, good morning. Thomas got to watch Terrebonne Tigers. All right. Bradley, good morning. Came down from Ohio for the game. Good to get out of dumb Buckeye country to be with my people. I love it. Monday will be great. Take care of business today. Monday will be great. I promise you. Feels like an Aaron Anderson takeover game. Yeah, here's the thing. Bama's pass defense, Bama's defense as a whole has really struggled this year. It's funny because you look at them statistically and it doesn't look awful. But they shut out Western Kentucky and shut out Missouri. So those two have certainly helped their averages, where those two have helped the averages, whereas you could very clearly look at Georgia, Vanderbilt. I mean, even Tennessee, which, golly, Tennessee missed so many scoring opportunities in that game. I think my point is, I think LSU is going to score. I think like this isn't going to be one of those 2018, 2016 games where LSU is getting shut out. You can't move the football. Like LSU is going to move the football and score. They'll score plenty enough to win. It's really just a question of Can the defense avoid a shootout with Jalen Milroe and not lose a shootout? I'll tell you this: I think Ole Miss's offense is better than Bama's, and you held Ole Miss under 30. Let's see, Jason. Need to collect enough Bama tears to bathe in. Is bringing the Tiger from Florida as dumb an idea as it seems to be? I don't know, man. Look, if this is the thing that gets the live Tiger tradition going again, okay. And I'll tell you, here's the thing. Here's the thing that, as I understand it, that people have overreacted to. I keep hearing we're using state resources and that's what you're spending your time on, blah, 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 whatever. Like, as I understand it, it was relatively easy and inexpensive to make this happen. So it's not like this was a massive undertaking to get this thing done. So, like, I mean, it was a few phone calls from runners in the governor's office that effectively got this done. Like, it's not like that's the thing I would push back. If you're like, this is the thing we're wasting state resources on, calm down. Like, that's not that big of a deal. Let's go. Today's the day. Keep it classy. Kyle DeVille, good morning. Game will be electrifying. How do you think they try to contain Milroe? I think the same way that they did against Garbers from UCLA and Taylor Green from Arkansas. I mean, they've done well until Marcel Reed, when they just weren't ready for it. You know, I was talking to Gordy, who does like a film study thing. He said, look, I mean, against Wegman, the ends were just crashing down to stop the run. And then Reed came in and the ends continued to crash down, and Reed just read it every time, just pulled the ball and ran. So they just really lost their lane discipline. So 2 weeks to prepare. I think they'll be all right. Let's see. Luke, good morning. Casey, Aaron Anderson fixing to let us know. Let's see. Drew, at College Game Day, someone has signed with your face. Yeah. So that's Alondra. Alondra showed me the sign yesterday. She went and had it made, and she's out there at Game Day with the Bama's burning sign. Bama won't be able to handle the energy we're bringing tonight. I'm predicting the most electric atmosphere I've ever been part of. You know, I'll say this, J-Man. It's not like this is new for Bama. Everywhere they go, they face that. So I don't know that I'm necessarily going to be on board with that component of it. That said, a home crowd absolutely makes a difference. This is a Bama team that there's only 4 teams in college football that commit more penalties than Alabama. You can get them undisciplined and into mistakes. They've shown that this year. So, you know, I absolutely believe the crowd matters. Don't misunderstand me. I absolutely believe that. The venue, the value of the venue, the crowd, all of that matters. Helps you feed off of your team feeds off the crowd. It makes communication and everything more difficult for the opponent. And listen, Bama's played 2 road conference games this year. They're 0-2. They lost at Vanderbilt, at Tennessee. So LSU hasn't lost a home night game in Tiger Stadium under Brian Kelly. So anyway, go get another one. Cortland lost her dog a couple weeks ago. Sorry to hear that, man. Sorry to hear that. Casey, Bama fan here, but I watched more in Scone and locked off from LSU, buddy. Good luck tonight. Thank you, Casey. Appreciate it, man. I do not wish you any luck at all tonight. I hope you have a nice night. A miserable time watching the game. I hope you have a wonderful day, but a miserable time watching the game for 3 hours. Aaron Anderson, Revenge Day. Morning, big day for Shelton Sampson. I don't know that you could predict a big day for Shelton Sampson. I mean, Chris Hilton had a couple of catches against A&M. 2 more weeks to get ready now, get his timing back, his game speed back. I think if you're looking for predict Aaron Anderson, Chris Hilton, I think would be good choices. I mean, listen, the reality is Anderson, Lacey, Hilton, Xavier Thomas, Mason Taylor, Caden Durham, like Bama don't have enough guys to cover all them dudes. So if the offensive line gives Nussmeier time to throw, which they have all year, like he is going to move the ball through the air against Alabama because they're secondary and great. And Trey Amos is at Ole Miss now. Kool-Aid McKinstry plays for the Saints. Caleb Downs plays for Ohio State now. Dallas Turner plays for the Minnesota Vikings. It's just not the same. It's not the same team. Cortland, Matt, I'm worried about tonight. Win or lose. Those Bama fans are crazy. You need eyes in the back here. I'm okay, Cortland. I'm gonna be fine. Randall, morning. Did you see a tour of the football facility Saban did with Reese Davis? I did not. No. Jason, Cortland. Oh, jeez. Trivia. Good morning. Michael, Drew. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate that. I think so too, but I'm very biased. I'm a biased dad. Brian, good morning. McAfee got the crowd chant. Yes, he did. Let's see. Michael, Bama 31-28. Don't think LSU could stop Milroe running. The interesting thing about it, though, Michael, is everybody stopped Milroe from running except Georgia in the first half. There is a blueprint. And if you're going to tell me, so you can say that based on what happened 2 weeks ago, but that's also ignoring the job LSU's done against running quarterbacks this year. And this LSU defense is dramatically different than the one a year ago. Let's see. South Florida held Jalen Milroe to 2 yards on 12 carries. Tennessee, 11 yards on 14 carries. South Carolina, 18 carries, 36 yards. Vanderbilt, 7 carries, 10 yards. I mean, even Wisconsin, 14 for 75. I'd live with that. He was good in the first half against Georgia. Second half against Georgia, Alabama as a team ran for 16 yards. So, I think there's a very real blueprint to how you limit Alabama's offense. It's you contain Milroe and you make him throw the ball. And he's not good enough to do that. Jacob, put it back to baseball watch parties. Gulf South. Yeah, man. How about that? It goes to show you just how giant the disparity is still in women's college basketball between those that are good and those that are not. It's just a massive disparity. Roll Tigers. Weston, good morning. Hunter, Underwood, Lagway game we fire in the future. Club, good morning. I can't get to the computer on Friday to listen to the show. Oh, it's all good. It's all good, Tiger Diver. I'll have them for you here, man. Just keep asking me. Jeremy, hey, Dad, good morning. Any chance Nuss lights up? Then Williams says, man, I want that guy thrown to me next year. Oh, no, come on. Bama's going to make sure Ryan Williams stays at Alabama. LSU by 10 or more. Dude. I mean, I would love a cakewalk. I don't think that's reality. I mean, again, for all the Bama's burning stuff I've yelled about for almost a year now, the thing I've always said is it's not like they're going to be bad. They have good players. They have good coaches. They're a good team. they're just not what they've been. This is just a much more like you don't need the most with Saban there. It felt like you had to be perfect. You needed a Herculean effort to beat that team, and it's just not like that anymore. Multi-meeting Saban is legendary. Big rivalry game is going to be a close game. I agree. I mean, I picked it 34-27 LSU. And I could see a tie ball game or a 1 point ball game with a late score that gives you the margin. But yeah, I mean, I think this is a 4-quarter game. I think it's it's one of those where you're sweating out the final possession of the game. Can the LSU got a lead? Can they ice it or can they get that final stop? I mean, I think it comes down to something like that. Cortland on the season, Green has more passing and rushing yards than Milroe, so it's not like LSU just can't defend it. It's true. Talking about Taylor Green from Arkansas. Okay, thank you. That's all the Phil Steele's plays. Thank you, Monty. Appreciate that. Larry, good morning. He's been doing it all morning. Which receivers are available? All of them. Well, the only one that was questionable was CJ Daniels, but he was probable. Chris Hilton's good to go. So everybody's good. The only player that LSU is going to be missing tonight is Garrett Dellinger at left guard. Does anyone know how many times Gameday has been at LSU Bama? In Baton Rouge or overall? I mean, I think this is the 13th time that LSU has hosted Gameday. First time LSU ever hosted Gameday was 96 for Bama. That was when Sean Alexander came in and ran for like 270. Miserable. Let's see. Bringing the Tiger into football stadium is cruel. That's pretty obvious. Animal does not want to be there. Why does anyone else even care? Yeah, I don't really want to have this argument here. I don't know how you can say that that's cruel. You're not mistreating the animal. For years, the Tiger Mike the Tiger willingly got into his trailer. I don't know how. I mean, I don't mean that. Listen, I'm not trying to have some type of animal rights argument here on Morning Scone. I just disagree. Like, you don't know anything about a tiger or raising a tiger. I'm assuming you don't anyway. You're making an assumption of someone who's, I don't know. All I know is for 70 years, LSU had the tradition of bringing the tiger into Tiger Stadium. The Tigers willingly got in the cage. Never, most of the time, just laid down, as I remember, just laid down in the trailer and took a lap. I mean, it's a cool thing to see a tiger in the stadium. I don't know how you could say that's any different than like Siegfried and Roy performing with a tiger on stage. Now, that didn't end super great, but that's kind of their fault. Anyway, how is it different than sedating Bevo, a big steer, and bringing him into a football stadium, or training an eagle at Auburn to fly around the stadium and land in midfield, or having a buffalo run out on the field at Colorado? I mean, come on. Like, none of this is any different. And if you can train the animal, like you're still a human being. Like, you have the ability to reason. You have dominance over all other creatures. Like, I mean, tigers aren't keeping humans in captive. You know what I mean? Anyway, it doesn't bother me at all. I think it's an awesome tradition. If you do it right, if you do it the right way, there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, that's the point. Hate that LSU ended the tradition over the issues Mike the Sixth had. Mike the Fifth lived twice as long, lived in the tiny cage, went to every game. Wayne said, who's a wet field favor? I think the wet field actually makes it more difficult to run the football. I know that's counterintuitive for people. You think, oh, it's wet, it's harder to throw. And sometimes I could say, like, sure, to grip a football, it can be more difficult. But running the football becomes very difficult because it's harder for offensive linemen to get traction and get a push in the rain. Trust me, like again, I never played at a high level, but I can tell you the worst, most miserable game I ever played in as the right guard. We played Broadmoor my senior year and at Memorial Stadium in a deluge, and it was the worst game I ever played in my life because the defensive tackle submarined me every play. And all they did was create a car crash right at the line of scrimmage. And it was just a pileup. And it was so hard to move the football. So I know it's counterintuitive as you think rain, it's hard to throw the ball. Yes, the ball could be wet, slick, but you keep your hands dry and you practice with a wet ball to throw it and all. Receivers on the outside, especially if you get a freer release, it is easier to throw the football in the rain than it is to run the football because it's harder to block and move people when you can't get traction. Anyway. Let's see. Texas had a lot of trouble dual threat quarterback. Sellers provided A&M game. Tom, what about a robot tiger? You know, Tom, Rolf McCollister sent me a couple of videos that they had made of that, basically like those animatronics things, sort of like, like dinosaur exhibits of tigers like that would kind of come to life and growl. Interesting idea. Not the same thing, but interesting. Brian, cold plunge for the first time yesterday. What a rush. I have lower back pain. Going to see your girl Wednesday. Awesome. Brian, you will, if you got low back pain, when you go see Crystal, I'm telling you, you will leave there. Now, here's what I'm going to recommend. She's going to tell you this too. Because you're going to want to take some Advil because like she's going to work you and then also have some salt bath afterwards. But she's going to get you right. JTL, I can't see LSU losing in front of their future QB, and all the top recruits just don't see it happening. I mean, look, every big game, somebody has big recruits and all that stuff there, and teams lose. But I don't know that that's the thing. I don't think like LSU's players are thinking, we got to win in front of Bryce Underwood. But I do believe playing at home at night matters. Like Scott Van Pelt used to say it. I think it's so true the way he said it. It's the value of the venue. And I don't know if there's any place better. All right, please smash the like button if you would. Subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. All of our sponsors are linked in the description on YouTube, tagged on Facebook. Shout out to Brock and Parrish. Need North Peters. You go to Brock, Parrish, Construction and Roofing. We'd love to help you out. You need a free, no obligation roofing inspection. Go to parishbuilt.com, parishbuilt.com. Prince, first cold tub in months yesterday. What a rush. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Why would you do that? It's morning scone, man. Why would you do that? Will Croatian American legend Nick Saban pick LSU or Bama? So I want to go back and watch the very beginning of Game Day. I'm curious, did they cheer him or boo him at the beginning of the show? I didn't start watching until like 8:20 or 8:30. Did they cheer him or boo him at the beginning? Because my thought of how this was going to go was they'd boo him initially. They'd inevitably talk about him coaching at LSU, winning the championship. He'd get cheered for that. And then depending on, he would talk glowingly about his time at LSU, which he always does. And then depending on what happens, like, does he pick LSU or Alabama? I think that's going to determine, like, if he picks LSU, they're going to go bonkers. And I think that I'm very much looking forward to the day where, very much looking forward to the day where Nick Saban will be back in Tiger Stadium, honored for what he did at LSU, and he is cheered. I'm looking forward to that day because I've told you all this forever, man. He's so massively important to what LSU has been for the last 20 years and what they will continue to be. You know, '03 is always, I mean, 19 was magical for all the reasons, and '07 was an incredible ride, but '03 is always my favorite because they always say you never forget your first time. It's like, I mean, it had been 45 years, and we thought it was never possible. And for LSU to win the national championship was just such a foreign thought, and to watch it happen was incredible. So it's always got a little special place in my heart. Not a little place, massive place in my heart. And '03 is, I don't know that that could ever be topped for me. Mackenzie's Daniels playing today. CJ Daniels, yeah, I'd be surprised. He was probable. I'd be stunned if he didn't play. Doug, okay. You die on that hill. It's a stupid hill to die on. Like, a tiger should never be brought to a football stadium. Then can you say the same thing about all the other, like, Doug? It's just a stupid hill to die on. It's just a such an irrelevant thing that doesn't matter in your life or anybody else's life. So if you want to die on that hill, that's just a stupid hill to die on. Thomas, no whiskey and wine. Oh, she's wearing her Bama alum Nike. I respect it, man. Let's see. Gulf South. Do you know why Shaq has never been the game day picker? He's in town for every big game, never on game day. I don't know. Never really asked or inquired about that. Has he really never done it? Brad Hannegriff had an interesting article about how the Texans rebuilt their franchise. Hopefully the Saints can rebuild like Houston. Well, the big part of that, obviously, is getting the right coach and drafting the right quarterback. Ryan, recruiting list is massive. Yeah, man. Brian Kelly said there's going to be roughly 300 recruits here, but a couple on official visits. Bryce Underwood's here for his official visit. DJ Pickett is here, 5-star from Florida, committed. Harlan Berry will be here. Blaine Bradford, 5-star for next year. Lamar Brown, 5-star for next year. Yeah, man. Big recruiting day. Paul Skeens, Olivia Dunn are ready for ESPN. Michael, good morning. Will it rain at Tiger Stadium? Look at the weather. I haven't looked at the weather for today. Man, it is showing rain tonight. God dog it. You know, showing rain starting around noon. Showing a 45% chance around 6 p.m. and then right about 40% throughout the evening. I think the thing worth keeping an eye on is, as I've learned over the years, the percent chance of rain is in the entire coverage area. Oh, look, she's there with Mike. I love it. Oh, Mike the Tiger. It's a giant tiger. It's amazing. God, they got to tear down that library. Thank God. Thank God. So they tore down Middleton, huh? I haven't been through the quad in a long time, but they tore down. I'm looking at this with the right orientation, right? Is he still sleeping? Oh, wow. What? Yeah. Yeah. This is the McAfee kick. Kids like talking mess to McAfee about kicking a ball. Wow. All right, kid, don't screw it up. Let's see. This is crazy. How about this guy? I hate how you compare other quarterbacks to Milroe, pretend Milroe is inferior. Hey, by the way, how did Milroe do against South Florida? How did Milroe do against Vanderbilt? Get out of here, Tom. So superior at 2 yards rushing against South Florida. Oh, that's terrible. Terrible. Oh my God. You just saw his kick? I know. He kicked it into the tree. Oh man. Just a student to kick the ball. He ain't making this kick. That's funny. He was talking crap to McAfee. He's like, yo, one job, kicker. And the kid just shanks one into the tree. Oh, man. That kid is the worst ever. That dude talked so much mess to McAfee about kicking, and then he just shanked the two worst ever. Oh man, that's so good. That's good. Oh, look who's all up in their fields today. The Bama fans are in their fields. Maybe you could stop Milroe, but stop comparing Arkansas quarterback. Yeah, Taylor Green's faster, actually, than Jalen Milroe. And oh, by the way, they also have Jaquindon Jackson, who's a better running back than anybody on Alabama's team right now. Let's see. DeCorian Moore for a visit, huh? I missed that. Michael, who do you think can cover? Who you think covers Ryan Williams? I'm sure they'll travel him. I don't think he'll stay in one spot. But LSU would certainly like to have Zy Alexander on him. The interesting thing about Ryan Williams, he's been a little quiet since. I mean, he was so huge in the Georgia game, obviously, but he's been a little quiet since. And he's fantastic. But the Georgia game, he had 6 for 177. He hasn't gone over 100 yards since. He had against Vandy at 3 for 82, but he had the big 58-yarder at the end. So he was really quiet until he had the big one. And by the way, I would take that. I would take allowing just one big play to Ryan Williams. So don't let him go just chip away at you the whole game. He had 4 for 32 against South Carolina, 8 for 73 against Tennessee. The long was only 16. And then against Missouri, 4 for 53. So he's been quiet since the Georgia game. He's great though. There's no debating that. He has game-changing ability. H.D. Williams got Mulligan. Saban says LSU's toughest place to play in the nation. I was at A&M. LSU's fans better bring it. A&M's fan had me questioning myself which statement is loud. Oh man, look, the reality is, dude, all these places are loud, man. You put 100,000 people, you get them juiced up and going, they're all loud, it's why it's a huge advantage. Matt, what do you think of the recruits coming to the game tonight? I think you got a huge visitor list. That's awesome, and I hope the rain stays away. Let's see. They said Bama's 21-4-1 at Tiger Stadium. Alabama won from 1969 until 2000. Alabama didn't lose in Tiger Stadium. 2000 was the game where LSU finally broke the Bama curse. It was Saban's first year. Then Bama won here in 2002. Then LSU won here again in 2004, 2006. So LSU won three out of 4 during that stretch. And then Saban showed up. And you beat him here in 2010. And you didn't get him again in Baton Rouge until 2022. So you've got long runs with Bear Bryant and Nick Saban. You're probably going to win a lot of games at a lot of places for sure. Yeah. I gave him all the meds. Okay. It should be just about done. All right. Thumbs up for not being PC about the Tiger. I still say hologram Tiger would be cool. The Tiger trucks. Now that thing though, like Tony the Tiger, like putting that Tiger at that truck stop, like that was like that's where I'd go, come on, man. Like it was just a concrete slab that Tiger was in for all those years. We won Vandy. Oh, there was a Bama's burning again. All right. Please smash the like button if you would. Subscribe to the channel. Is this type of game where Garrett will have open receivers? Yes. I'll tell you, I think talent-wise, Ole Miss has the best secondary LSU's faced so far. Ole Miss has the best defense LSU's faced. I think the best defense LSU will face all year. Robert, I worry about the interior of the O-line, third team left guard, replacing Dellinger and our center. That concerns me. That's fair. The difference is you don't have Ashawn Robinson and Jerron Reed or Marcel Darius or any of those guys on Bama's defensive front. Overton, LT Overton, the A&M transfer, is probably their best guy on the line. But yeah, I mean, Chester and Mabenga will have to play big tonight. Let's see. Ooh, y'all are still going off about the tiger and the animals. Let's see. Grant, Matt, if LSU were to beat Alabama tonight by double digits, how would it make you feel and the rest of lifelong LSU fans? Great, because Bama would be out of the playoff and LSU would really control its own destiny, get into Atlanta. So, Chance, are you keeping the beard? Chance, I've had the beard for 4 years, man. I started growing the beard just before COVID when I shaved my head and grew the beard. I guess I'll keep it. Mac, looks like the rain will start around 8 p.m. Yeah. Okay. Go Croatia. Cortland, Saban was introduced as 03 National Championship. Oh, good. Good. Will Les Miles ever come back to Tiger Stadium? I think that's a little more challenging because kind of sounds like Les maybe isn't in the best of health. I don't know. It's interesting because I know he and Kathy built a house down in Naples. And the kids are kind of all grown. Macy, the youngest, is a softball player at UCF. Smacker lives in Dallas and is doing TV, works for ESPN. I think both of the boys are coaching. But I think there's a reason you don't really see Les publicly much anymore. I don't know. But I don't know. I think you should, just like whenever you honor the 19 team, Ogeron should be there. I mean, yes, you want these people associated with your history to be there. I mean, when Paul Dietzel, you forget history, but Paul Dietzel won the 1958 championship. Well, he left LSU to go be the coach at Army. I mean, Army was the best job in the country. So he left LSU to go to Army. Well, he got fired at Army, ended up going to South Carolina, where he was the coach and the AD. And it was funny because as the coach at South Carolina, he coached against LSU. And it was a game that they scheduled when he was at LSU. Then he ends up coaching against LSU as the coach of South Carolina. And ultimately, whenever his coaching career ended, Paul Dietzel came back to Baton Rouge and he lived the rest of his life here. And he was loved and honored and revered as the coach of the 58 team and all that stuff until he died. And, as time passed, people forgot about him leaving to go for the Army job. And I think the same should be true for Les and how it ended, and for Nick and Ed. And you got to honor your history and the people that helped create those moments. So I want Nick Saban to be honored. I want Les Miles and Ed Ogeron to be honored in Tiger Stadium. They should be. All right, y'all. I got to get going here because we got to get Drew. Drew's got a haircut here at 10:30, so I got to get him dressed and get him over to get his haircut in 15 minutes. So let's wrap this thing up. Y'all smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. Remember, all of our great sponsors, they're linked in the description on YouTube and tagged on Facebook. Y'all remember Unique Physique, semaglutide, tirzepatide. That's the weight loss shots. Ozempic, what everybody talks about. Well, semaglutide is the name brand of the I guess maybe the generic, I guess, is what the drug is called. And then tirzepatide would be like Mounjaro. So if you're interested in learning more, remember, lowest prices, never any contracts. You do the whole thing over telemed, and they'll ship your medicine anywhere in the country. So make it super convenient. Unique Physique, uniquephysique.com. Of course, Parish Construction and Roofing, parishbuilt.com, parishbuilt.com. Okay, y'all have an awesome day. Go Tigers. We'll see you at Don Juan when the game ends. Peace.